See, I told y'all boys. See, y'all don't be believing that we all go through the same struggle or we all going through some type of struggle, man. You have to dig and 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 dig till you can't no more. 19, day 214, new crib, man. And honestly, you gotta understand, it take repetition. It take repetition, and you gotta stay focused on your purpose and on your grind. Because through it all, you're gonna shine. Through it all, you're gonna have your moments where the results coming in, but you gotta stay with the work to put in the work for the results to come in. See, a lot of y'all wanna make excuses for what y'all going through or how your family view your situation or view your vision of what you wanna do. Man, forget all that. The only thing matters is you believing in yourself. The only thing matters is you coming out the mud that you in and seeing more out of your situation and doing more for your situation. Because that is when you win. That is when you go, win the marathon or what you want to do, and you start enjoying life more. But you can't listen to the haters. You can't listen to the people who didn't see the vision. Listen, you're gonna lose people on this journey. That's a part of being strong. When you become a better person and you heading towards the right direction in your life, you start to see everybody isn't for you. Everybody isn't around anymore, because it's only a select few to understand what you're going for and what you want and resonate with you to where y'all can keep each other growing. Not everybody's about that growth, but you gotta be about that growth. You staying in the slump, you thinking it's not possible. It would never be possible. But you gotta be in the mindset that it is possible, because look, bro, I could have been homeless. I could have gave up on myself. But it's time, man. I told myself time after time and time after time after time, I could never be that one to be depressed, staying in the same mud that I've been in for years. Because I've done that. I gave up on myself. I told myself I'm tired, I can't do it right now. I told myself I'll procrastinate and do it later. As soon as I got into the repetition of things, doing the reps, doing this, the push-ups, doing just overall when I don't feel like it, and just add it, dig. A lot came into my life. You know what I mean? Because you gotta understand, sometimes in order for things to come into your life, things have to go out your life. Because as healthy things come in, toxic things come around. But it's all about how much can you dive into the person you want to be. How much can you dive into the things you really want and get into the work of repetition and going through the process of it. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all want to cheat the grind. Listen, I told you I was dead, almost homeless. I was almost homeless. I didn't give up. I made some mistakes. I learned from the mistakes. I didn't beat myself up to where it's like, okay, man, I'm just a mess up. So I'm just gonna say, F it, to where, oh my God, everything, like you gotta be with yourself on this journey. You gotta be having your mental along with yourself, man. Because it's either you get it or you don't. And a lot of times, when you start to know the truth or understand the truth and start to apply it and then start to get results in your life, you're gonna get critiqued on that. You're gonna get more haters on that. But you gotta be your biggest critique, because you get the final judgment. Only you know what you've been through. Only you know that struggle it took to get out that mud and to get you to where you at today. But you gotta stay in the mud in order to swim out the mud. So you can't be like, because you in the mud, that everything is so bad that you can't change your situation. I was almost homeless. They didn't believe in me. I dropped out of school. They didn't believe in me. I put on more muscle. I put more grind in. I put more time in. I invested into myself because I seen the vision. I didn't give up on my vision. I didn't care. I lost care, bro, because I love my people. I love, the homies, the vibes, the good times, the hard work I put in. But listen, bro, it's an appreciation for all that, to understand where you at today. Understanding like, okay, I'm gonna enjoy everything that came into my life, because to be honest, I only could grow out of all situations that come my way. And this is what's gonna have you elevating in your life. A lot of times y'all be wondering how to elevate. You look at these experiences you going through and you take on the task of walking through the door and learning everything that's in the door. Sometimes we may miss something, but that's when it re-pop up. A lot of times it re-pop up because that's that sand rock you can't keep slipping over. So you gotta look past just, oh, it's just the worst. No, it's the best thing that ever happened to you right now. The things that happen to you in your life, it's only one-on-one. Like I said, bro, we gotta dig, grind, grit for grit, bear crawl, day in, day out, day in, day out. Listen, bro, we in the bat cave. Yeah, we in the bat cave because look, we in this sort of grind where it's monk mode. So when that person come along in our life, we're able to see and know what's right. Is the vibe right? Is it mutual? Do she want me to dig, twist, in and out, in and out, in and out? And I'm not gonna lie, bro. When you get your own as a man, you realize it's easier, bro. You like, yo, come back to my crib. It's automatically wet. It's automatically wet. She automatically wet because it's like you have your own. So you want to just focus on your grind and focus on having your own, because they clown you for being a so-called bum on the A to B to C to D part of your grind. And as soon as you start to elevate to the F, to the S, to the Z, just elevating in your life, they start to see your worth. They start to say, oh wow, he's actually smart. Oh, he's actually know what he's doing. Oh, he actually can do it. It's because people have to see results come in. You see, even you have to see results come in. You don't want to go to that gym and you not seeing results come in. So give yourself the leeway to understand, okay, other people ain't gonna understand, but I understand. I'm gonna put the work in. I'm 19, dog. I'm 19. And it took so much trial and error. I know it seemed like, everything just came so fast for me, but dog, it was day in grinding, day in out, dog. And I never gave up. I never gave up because I remember if I gave up, everybody would be right. They'll be right on my failure, that I failed. They'll be right that, I ain't the brightest cookie, but really, if I wasn't putting in the work, I would be a smart cookie just not putting in work. And I could never allow myself not to reach my full potential. You could never allow yourself to not reach your full potential. That's why I said we don't got time. We got bills. We got a lifestyle. We got things we want. We need a bat cave. We need a Batmobile. We need to be able to travel. We need to be able to get on that plane and move around and be mobile for real. Because it's a lifestyle. And then when you realize you got the lifestyle, and you just attract. You wonder how you attract more in your life, and not even just women. Things, money, is just attracted to you because who you are as a person, the work you put in, the mindset you have. That's why I said, bro, it start with you. How do you respond? When I went through the moments of being, rejected, being pushed to the curve, not understanding, and I got a good relationship with my mom because I understand my mom. I understand my father. I'm glad my father in my life. I appreciate my brothers being around. I appreciate my sisters. I appreciate everybody who real that was in my life, because I took something out of everybody, no matter what they, went through or who they were. I took something out of everybody that was in my life, because you need to learn off other people's mistakes to patch up some of your own mistakes, or some mistakes that you want to prevent. So when I was going through what I was going through with my mama, it was really just a place of understanding and a place of taking in the truth. Like, okay, This is just having understanding of who my mom is. And honestly, I'm a lion, and she's tired. She's tired. I need to get up and get my own. That's why I say, bro, you always need your own as a man. Because once you get to that certain age, bro, nobody owe you anything. You know what I mean? You may have the good people on your side to where you could stay around a lot longer. I seen a video to where a guy was in his crib, his mama and parents' crib till 38. And nothing wrong with that, but a lot of times you get comfortable. The worst thing you could do in this grind of wanting to be successful, wanting to be the best person, higher self of yourself, is not to get comfortable. A lot of times we get complacent where we are in life and say, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna just stay right here. When I was back in my neighborhood, back in my hood, I could have got comfortable. I could have said, yo, you know what? I'm not gonna elevate past this. I'm gonna just stay here, and I'm gonna stay here and thug it out. No, bro. I said I'm gonna get out the mud, repetition, day in, day out, day in, day out. Bro, I'll literally be working out at my job because that's how bad I want it. That's how bad I don't want to miss out on the sets, because I gotta get the sets in. I gotta put in the work to where I know I didn't cheat myself, because as soon as I cheat myself, I know I can't have none of this. I know they was right in my failure. When they said I couldn't touch paper, when they said I couldn't touch money, I did that. I touched money. I opened up my own business. I started an LLC. I put in the hours, 60 hours a week for 2 years. And look where I'm at today. I'm pushing a Grand Jeep Cherokee. I got myself a crib. I'm ready to elevate past where I'm at. I'm not even stuck in the complacent of being happy where I'm at today. I appreciate where I got myself today. I'm happy for, you know, just the hard work I've done, but I'm happy to elevate past that. I'm not stuck in the happy of being in this same spot. No, I'm now saying, how can I elevate? And you always got to be in elevation mode. And you gotta understand, on this journey as a man, you could be dolo. You could be. I have to understand that you a lone lion, you a lone wolf, you a lone tiger. But you gotta keep digging. You gotta keep, you know, hunting for your prey. And what is your prey? The goals. You wanna hawk down the goals. You wanna hawk down the best person you could be. Because as soon as you stop doing that, all the haters is right. You know what I mean? I can't allow the haters to be right. And because it's not about the haters, it's about the legacy. And if the haters right, I cheated myself. And I told y'all I never could cheat myself because I love the grind. I never could cheat myself. That's why I do the work. That's why I dig in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. See, I didn't get focused on one mess up until where I'm like, yo, I'm gonna stay in this place. No, bro, I'm gonna elevate. I'm gonna elevate. And then my people started to have an understanding, because it's like, okay, we see the results. People have to see the results. But how do you get the work? Stop cheating the work. I promise you, everything is possible. Nothing is forward, bro. You touch your first 1,000, you touch your first 10K, you touch your first 20K, 30K, 40K, 50K, then it's on to 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Then you on to the hundreds, to the mils. But you gotta take it step by step and get through the mud, because it's a brighter side of things, but you gotta have your mind right while being through the mud. And this is how I personally done it. I had my mind right. I enjoyed going to the places I needed to go to get that bread. Okay, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and I'm gonna grind. I'm gonna put the work in. I'm gonna invest into myself. I'm gonna make sure I'm pushing out value to where, you know what I mean, it's to the other kings, and having y'all understand that, look, bro, you a king, but it's how you live your life. It's how you elevate past the struggle. It's how you respond to the struggle. It's how you live your everyday life, because it's an everyday thing. But are you taking on the task of going through the struggle? Or are you living in a place of being comfortable? Are you living in a place of, I'm okay with my situation and how it is, and I don't never want to change it because I'm okay. That's too much work. See, I took on the warrior mindset that it's all good. I'm gonna take on the struggle. I'm gonna take the beating of life, you know, beating me up on things I don't know. So I know and I can dodge that. You ever heard of Ultra Instinct? Because I'm coming through and I'm dodging what I've been through. I'm dodging what I've seen other people go through. I'm dodging what I educated myself on. I'm dodging what I enlightened myself on. So I can not go through the BS. Because I know I'm gonna automatically go through the BS. Because we start at level 0. We start off not knowing nothing. We don't know nothing about how to get this paper. We don't know nothing on women nature. We don't know nothing about credit. We don't know nothing about the school system. We're just going through the flow of things. But when are you going to start paying attention to what you're going through the flow of things? And not getting caught in the media to what somebody else got going on in their life. If anything, we getting inspired. If you're going to be on this channel, bro, you can't be weak. You can't be weak. You can't be one of those that's not, using things in your life to improve and want to get better in your life. You know what I mean? So when the chick come around, you just dig and twist and dig and twist and dig and twist it. And when she asked about, what you got going on, you say, yeah, I got my own. If she leaves, you don't really need her around because you got your own. You don't really need friends that's not really your friends because it stops you from elevating. It stops you from where you need to go. It deters your path to where you want to go, and you want to stay on that straight line of your purpose. It's okay if you fall, but what comes down, come back up. You know how the roller coasters go? Come on. That's why when they come into your life, it's a roller coaster. Because at the end of the day, nobody is perfect. Imperfection is perfection. But you got to start putting in the work. You got to start getting used to putting in the type of repetition to where you tired, but you still got to go. Because it's go mode. It's time. It's time to go. But your time will never be time unless you put in the time. And I understood that. And then, my mother was like, seeing the vision, seeing, that my son actually, a king, and he understand. My brother seen it as well. My father seen it as well. The people around me seen it as well. Because how it's the way that you carry yourself. How you carry yourself is everything. The work that you put in shows, man. The pain that you've been through shows. But it start on, are you taking lead and action into your journey? Are you giving up on yourself? Are you pushing through all moments? Are you getting results to come in? This is all what's going to have your life being easier as a man. This is what's going to have you elevating as a man. But if you keep complaining, your situation will stay the same, and I couldn't keep complaining. I couldn't keep procrastinating on what I wanted to do. So I dove into the purpose. I dove into the action of making it happen. I dove into 60 hours a week. I dove into, I just need to get my own spot. That's the next spot to elevation and elevating. You know what I mean? Like, just like when you walk in with that paper and you a young nigga. They look at you a little different. They say how he getting his paper. But they just don't know you got the OG mindset to where I'm going to put in the work. I'm not going to cheat it. I'm not going to try to, skip around it. I'm running right through it. Because I walk around with a chip on my shoulder. I walk around with, I'm diving back into all my past to where the little boy in me wanted things to happen. And on that path, people try to throw me off. People try to, get over on me. People try that funny stuff. And the people who genuinely really came around. And each door I walked through, it was something to take away from and learn. Whether or not I slipped and fell. Whether or not I was able to score the basketball. Or whether or not I was able to score the touchdown. Or whether or not as soon as I got the ball, I got hit right away to where I got, a hard hit. And I got set on my butt to where I got to get back up. See, I'm putting these things in analogy because it's like you need to put things in analogy. You need to have some type of imagination. You need some type of goal to where, okay, I got to achieve that. And how can I get there? Okay, I got to take this step, this step, this step, this step, this step, this step. So you're not looking at other people who doing them steps where it's like, damn, you really doing something impossible. No, you just have to dive into the Bruce Wayne of your life. You got to dive into who you want to be. You got to dive into, you know what? If this dude play with me, I'm going to knock him off. Not because you want some starting trouble stuff. It's you on this stuff to where you're going to knock out the goals in your life. You're going to protect yourself. You're going to understand that everything is okay. You got to tell the little boy in yourself that it's okay. You got to tell the side that's depressed that it's okay. You got to tell the side that's not where they want to be and not where you want to be, that it's okay. Because it's all going to come. But it's whether or not you show it for yourself day in, day out, day out, day in, day out. And I had to learn that. And I had to take the time to put the time into the grind and not complain. Because as soon as I did that, I learned so many lessons. I learned that everything is possible. I just got to make it happen. I learned that, you know, if someone walk away, it's cool because it's not for me. Not everybody's for each page in the book. It's a whole book. It's different chapters. And each chapter I'm elevating. Each chapter I'm taking on, okay, what happened in this chapter to where I can elevate in the next chapter. Okay, in this page happened. Okay, it's another page. Let me turn the page and get more into writing and more into the work and more into the grind of things. So the previous page is into the same thing into the next page. But yet understanding that if it's in the same chapter, it can't be something totally different all the time. When you just flip to the next page, you still got to work through that mud. You still got to get through that current struggle and walk through it. And then as the pages go on, you're getting past that mud. You're getting past that same struggle. You're getting past that same place that you was at. Now you in a new place. Now you digging the shorty out on the balcony. Now you getting more paper. Now they looking at you funny when you walk into the bank. Now they looking at you funny when you enter the dealer. Now they got more smiles on their face. Now they see the vision. But it's all start off with you seeing the vision. It all start off with you walking in like you a king. It all start off with you understanding you have value. It all start off with understanding you can't let nobody take away your confidence. Because your confidence is what's going to have you rising. Your confidence is what's going to have you understanding the truth and taking in the truth and not trying to cheat the truth and not living in these places of lies to where you making your life harder, because living in lies is hard. But you can't understand the truth and live your truth. You could make this all happen for yourself because it's a legacy home. It's a place where everything happened what we want to happen. We just have to guide it in that direction. It's no other way. Because the work does that. The work doesn't cheat on you like that shorty can. The work doesn't cheat on you like, you know, a relationship can. That's why you gotta have your eyes open and understand who for you. A lot of y'all just be desperate. You know what I mean? Just understand the vibes that walk into your life and take on the vibes to what can I take out of this vibe to learn off a person. It's a lot to learn off the people you everyday experiencing with in your life. With that job you experiencing with every day. With that school, you know, work that you experiencing with every day. Or I say, you know, just going through the school system. It's a lot to learn. But you gotta pay attention. And it all can happen. Because I changed my life. I dove into the monk mode, into the monster I needed to dive into to make it all happen, to stay with the repetition, to stay putting out value, to stay, you know, waking up kings and being a king to where we all will win. But you have to go for the win. You have to shoot the ball. How can I say you a king when I'm passing you the rock and you not shooting the ball? The same way you a king and you pass me the ball, I'm gonna shoot the ball, king, because we kings, and with the shots that we don't take, it's the shots that don't go in. And every shot we gonna believe is going in, because look, dog, you see how fast the situation could change? You could be homeless, you could be in the mud, you could be, you know, not having the pieces, the resources you need around you, the people. Look, it all can happen. But it's about you believing in yourself and taking control of your mind. So don't complain. Don't stay the same. Grow. Enjoy life. Get more. Appreciate what you have. Appreciate the little and look at it as more. and everything gonna be out. And we gonna reach the heights. We gonna reach the goals. That's all, man. So make sure you like. Don't get discouraged. Grind. Comment. Subscribe. I'm gonna holler at y'all another one, man.
6 months later, and I could say it was all worth it, man. Now, at a point to where I'm building off the assets I already have in my life, like my apartment, my car, to where I'm using these things to thrive, you know what I mean? Just, coming home from a long day and then shooting a video and then editing it at my spot. Not having to worry about noise in the background. Some of you young guys, man, you got to get out your comfort zone of being with your parents and being like in a place that you are comfortable and get to the place where you are uncomfortable very fast. That is how you get to the growth fast. That is how you get to the places that are really for you fast. Okay? And the thing you got to realize is when you get on this journey, bro, and you start to get accomplishments like buying your first apartment or buying your first home, buying your first property, starting your first business, you got to realize that the people you used to hang out with ain't going to be the people around no more. Things are going to separate, and situations are going to separate you from people that aren't your people. It ain't your particular situation, because it's like deep down when you tap into who you are and the identity you are, you'll reach a different group of people. And the people that are real are going to stick with you during these processes. And everybody ain't going to believe in you when you start to go after what you're going for, when you want to move out early. But one thing you got to understand is that your parents most times want the safety for you. So they don't want you to take the sacrifice on you. But you must take the sacrifice on you, or the sacrifice you didn't take would be the success you didn't have, because you didn't take the sacrifice to get the success that was really for you. You just need to put up the shot in your life. So with that being said, bro, take shots in your life. This is a sign to do it, bro. This is a sign that it's possible. This is a sign that you are in your head about a lot, and you need to get out your head and get into reality. Because if you don't get into reality, your life will always be your life, and you'll always be complaining about the same thing you're going through every single day, and nothing is changing, man. I did this at 19 when nobody believed in me, man. Now, 6 months later, I'm clear focus. A lot more people are getting the mission and the operation of just not being weak and showing up for yourself. And that's what's going to get you these accomplishments, like the apartment, like everything that you desire, that you want, because you're doing the work that you need to put in. It doesn't get more easier. It gets harder. And the thing is, when I moved into my apartment 6 months ago, I had my back against the wall. And putting myself in a situation of putting myself in an apartment, I put my back against another wall of more success. So yes, I got an apartment, but now I had a $2,000 overhead that I had to make sure that my profit margins was good. So I had to work twice as harder. I had to get better at marketing. I had to get better at showing up for myself and building my brand, bro. You got to realize that you can create a business brand and you can create a personal brand. And with that being said, with this knowledge being given to you, you got to realize, how can you maximize both brands? And you got to show up for yourself every day to where the clothes you throw on is you just confident. To where when you go to that job that you don't like, but you know it's going to get you to where you need to be, you know it's paying the bills, you got to understand that you're going in there for a purpose. You have reason to be here in this world. And anybody that you view as over you through the materials that they have is false, bro. You are already rich. You already have everything you need to get everything you ever wanted. But you got to realize you have the mind power, you have the thinking power, you have the time power that you can create some type of value to add value to your life. But how many people are going to get value in their life if they got all these unvaluable relationships in their life? A lot of y'all are looking for love So y'all guys are falling victim to just things that are holding y'all back, everyday habits. But if you just lock into pouring the love into yourself, all right, bro, I just gotta lock in, then you'll be all right. You'll realize you can get far in life, bro. But with that being said, if you don't lock into that being what you need to do, then you'll always be a clueless person, not having no reason, not having no direction. And how many times did it suck not knowing if that person liked us, not knowing if we liked ourselves, bro? You are your biggest asset. You are your only way out. You are the way. So you must carry yourself to this certain standard in your life, or you'll never get nothing in your life, man. You'll always be the joke because you didn't take your word serious that you was gonna do it, man. So when I moved into my apartment, I realized I had to pick up on the work pace, man. I had to do what people wasn't doing, man. I had to do the above average work of working 60 plus hours a week to get some more results in my life. So when you realize that you got to do these certain steps, all the BS of complaining about, your life and things like that go out the window. You get straight to the action you need to get to in your life. And people will try to misguide you and misdirect you in your life, but you got to really realize, okay, is this person where I want to be at in my life? If they're not where you want to be at, do not take their advice. You can pack on their experiences and their lessons, but be careful taking on their advice. You cannot take advice from a person that's not in the place you want to be at in your life. Okay, so with that being said, you gotta watch who you giving your energy to, bruh. At this point in time, you watching this video currently, you need your energy and you need your effort as much as possible to create any type of opportunity for yourself, just to put a smile on yourself. You need you the most. It's time for you to lock into you needing you and you showing up for you, because the more you are present for yourself, the more things pour into you. Okay, the more things are attracted to you. And what do I mean? Them goals. Because you're present, you're doing the things you need to do. And that cardio, that in the gym, that process of breaking yourself down and building yourself back up, bro. Forgive yourself for everything you've been through in your life and say, bro, it was for a reason, bro. And I need to use that reason to get to the next step in my life. Because that's how I did it at 19. Not being the smartest. Not knowing exactly how I was going to do it. I knew I had to work. And that through the work, I found answers that wasn't revealing itself in the current moment when I wanted the answer. It was in a different moment. It was in a different chapter of the book. Through these experiences, through the jobs, you don't allow these places to take your spirit. You are the spirit. You are the reason. You determine your price on the value you are. You are. You make the product. You make the life. But you being your biggest liability, you can never realize these truths. You can never apply these truths. You can never put on a physique so people are treating you like a superhero and you getting respect without even saying a word, because you are not tacking on the experience you need to tack on to actually grow in your life. So through all this time, bro, I've been working 60 plus hours and I've been getting to it, bro. And I've been just grinding. I've been going without. Because, bro, it doesn't get better until you make it better. It doesn't get better until you deal with your loneliness. You deal with living alone. You deal with being there for yourself when nobody there, bro. You allow everybody's judgment, everybody's situation to have an impact on your mental? Are you serious, bro? During this time, I realized, bro, at certain times, bro, you're not going to have the things to show off all the time, man. Sometimes it may be rushed. Sometimes you may come home dirty from working that job. Sometimes you may come home, disappointed that the business idea you had didn't work out. You didn't get as much sales that day. It's all good. You got to give it repetition, and through the repetition comes the results. I am living proof, man. I built my wisdom from scratch. I was always curious on what the answers was, bro. That's what built up my wisdom. Through real life experience, seeing what it's about. Facing fear. Working on yourself. Looking at yourself in the mirror and being able to tell yourself you love yourself. And if anybody try to disrespect that, you stand on that. You stand on the fact that you respect yourself. And that's how you get respect from the world. When you finally give yourself some goddamn respect. Say you could attract somebody in your life. Because you wonder why you're not meeting the people you need to meet in your life. Because deep down, you're scared to meet new people in your life. You're scared to get rejected in your life. The most successful people builds relationships with people and builds relationships with the feeling of being okay with rejection. Because they know rejection comes success. You always get the last laugh. So with that being said, bro, moving out at 19 has taught me so much, man, that I'm okay with the grit of my back of being against the wall. Because with your back being against the wall, with you going through your current situations right now that's seeming very tough, that has you thinking about, sometimes maybe even offing yourself, bro, it's all good. It's for a reason, man. It's for a reason you are getting put in these tough situations to where it seems like, dang, why my life hard? It's hard because you are the chosen one to solve the doors that are locked, because God knew you have the key to unlock them. You are the chosen one in your family, bro. You are. Whoever's watching this video, because this video is the unlockness to just take that sacrifice on yourself, man. Do it. Moving out was so worth it, man. It tapped me into reality real quick. It tapped me into what it takes. Sometimes having that safety net of always being with your parents and having them being, oh, hey, we'll cover your F-ups all the time. It messes you up. Because you never had the responsibility that I can't miss a day of work. I can't, or I'm going to be homeless. I can't, or I'm not going to be able to eat. And once you face these groups of responsibilities in your life, it unlocks the ability to trust yourself in your life. You want to be able to trust yourself. A lot of y'all have a realization that you can't trust yourself, so you feel completely lost. Because every time you got to count on yourself, you can't count on yourself. The biggest asset in this world is being able to count on yourself, bro. And being able to count on yourself is being the ability to ask a connection that you need in a relationship that you're going to need to get to the next step, like a business opportunity. Being able to approach that and be your biggest asset and have that conversation. And maturity would do this to you, but you got to move out. This is a sign you have to move out. You have to take some type of responsibility of taking control of your life. This is the sign. This is the sign to just do it, king. Because you are a king and you are a queen. But you got to take the sacrifice on yourself of trusting yourself and forgiving yourself for the things you been through. And the things that you misread, and give yourself appreciation of the things that you been right on. And you realized about yourself that you find worthy of yourself. Because that is what life is about. Enjoying your life. Being able to smile. Being able to realize you have value, but you got to get yourself out there. Or the value would never present itself in reality. So with that being said, you are valuable. No matter what you have to your name, no matter what materials you have. But you got to take the sacrifice on yourself to be able to count on yourself. And that, with that being able to being said, you will be your best version self. You will be able to count on yourself, man. You will thank yourself in a lot of places of your life. You will always be thankful of yourself. So with that being said, bro, you are the why. You are the reason. You are the reason that it is accomplishable. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to your own life. and you make the movie play out to where it's actually progressing. It's on you, man. It's no excuses. But this is your reason why, because you are the reason. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna holler at y'all in another one, man.